Consider this the first log for the Akumura Mk.4 build, of which this will be essentially the replacement for the laptop as far as like being a primary machine. Assuming I get everything transferred over, assuming I get storage expanded, etc., as well as getting a GPU, which that's going to be something down the line because GPU prices are what they are, and they might get worse by next year if tariffs and all that go through. But so the first thing you'll notice is that it has RGB, though I have it set to purple to represent Hamura Akemi. Because Hamura is purple, or rather Demon Hamura, Akuma Hamura is black and purple. So that's the theme I'm going for. I plan to get decals for the PC. In fact, I plan to get like Hamura Akemi decals on the side of the PC, so that it's more like Hamura Akemi or Akuma Hamura appropriate. Though I can't really do much about the yellow because it is a Corsair case. Another thing about the build that I noticed is actually troubling. I have a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Black Edition cooler for the Ryzen 7600X I have. So I had to set this thing to eco mode. Okay, the Ryzen processor to eco mode, because on default mode, despite having reapplied the thermal paste twice, okay, I've literally applied the thermal paste twice. I have to take off the cooler twice now. I just get the same result on default mode. The temperatures when stress testing go way up to the 90s Celsius, which is not good. That is poor, actually. That's very troubling that the cooler is just not doing its thing, which apparently the Hyper 212 should be doing better based on what I've looked online. I don't know if this particular unit is defective, this Hyper 212. Or maybe, I don't know if it's the application of the thermal compound. Maybe I need to get a different thermal compound, like a Noctua or Thermal Grizzly or whatever. I don't know what's up with the cooling. And, I would show a stress test. You know what? Fuck it. Let me activate hardware info real quick and do a Cinebench. Let me get Cinebench up and running here. Alright. Come on, Cinebench. You can do it. You can do this shit, Cinebench. Just load. You're on an SSD, for fuck's sake. So, let me start a stress test. This is on eco mode, by the way. This is not default. So, here's the stress test. As you can see on eco mode, stress testing with the Hyper 212 shoots up to the 80s, but that's after literally capping the processor. If I were to uncap it, it's 95, 94, 95, 96 degrees Celsius. And even then, even in eco mode, the Hyper 212 should be doing better than this based on what I've looked up online. It should be in the 70s or maybe even 60s. So, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let me go ahead let me stop this. Let me go into Ryzen Master. Let's go into Ryzen Master. And, okay, let's go to default. So let's go default, apply and test. Let's apply and test, actually. It's going to stress test the CPU. All right, let's see here. Now it's okay. It's going to stress test the CPU now. Here's default mode. See that? 91. That's not good. That's really not good. I don't know, again, like I don't know if I need like a different cooler. I probably, or if it's the thermal compound or what have you, I don't know. Because again, I applied the thermal compound twice. And I get the same results each time. So that's another thing I gotta do, or I gotta like figure out before I fully transition over to this system. So, I guess this is gonna be, again, just the first log. This computer is what it is at the moment. It's an alpha. It's an alpha stage. So, I'm still working on it. Yeah.